Hey guys, if you're enjoying the content that I'm making, please click that subscribe button. Also remember to click that bell button and make sure to tick that box to send all notifications so you don't miss out on any videos. With that in mind, let's get on with the video. What's up guys, welcome to Munchkins Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkins logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. And this will pretty much be part 2 of my beginner's guide. The last video we covered the how to get easy gems, how to basically I gave you guys some battle tips on this game, and we went through events and the world of illusions. So today's gonna be, actually we've been recording this back to back, but this video will obviously come out in a later date. So in this video I did want to talk about something, I suppose the last two things that I want to cover in this video. I believe these are the last two things. Or three. I mean, the friends list is basic, it's very self-explanatory, so I won't be going through that. The main thing is the enhancements and the draws and shops. So we're gonna go ahead and start with enhancements first. Now the first one is crystal strength, which obviously will be regarding the crystal strength that your characters will have. Basically, I told you guys where to farm this in the last video, so if you haven't seen that video, you go ahead and watch that video because it's very helpful. And then basically it nets you a lot of passive and active abilities. Basically, it's gonna be a lot of passive abilities. It's a lot of stats up, passive abilities, and one more active ability, and obviously making those active skills or abilities much more potent. So as you guys can see, you probably have done this because this is part of the tutorial, but I want to emphasize that how important the crystal strength is, because it is a lot of stats that you're gonna be wanting. All these stats are very, very important in making sure you actually do end game content. Actually, for the most part, most people will probably leave the party if your crystal strength is less than 50. So they want you to max it out. So the maxed out here is obviously strength 50. I mean, sometimes 47, 48, 49, it's okay. You'll still see people who will take you, but sometimes they will just disband the party, seeing that you're not maxed out, and be like, oh, I don't really want to carry you, or anything like that. But crystal strength, very important, increases your abilities, your strengths, and everything else. Now the next one is something I wanted to talk about in the last episode as well, but that was getting a little bit longer, which is these weapons and armor. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain this in a way. Actually, it'll probably be worth if we go through that last, because I want to show you guys a little bit something when it comes to weapons and armors. So let's go through these summons first. These summons are pretty self-explanatory. Basically, you bind that particular summon, which you'll unlock as you play through the story, because you'll get all the items you require to unlock them. No need to worry about that. And you enhance them basically the same way. You get the items, so you go confirm, you get the items that you need, and you unlock, it becomes more and more potent. Same thing as just enhancing your character. So we'll go back to weapons and armors a little bit, because I want to go through the draws and the shop. So this is the gacha system for this, the loot box system for this particular game. So the only thing that's that you're gonna get is weapons and armors. That's the only thing. There's no special characters that you can get through the gacha system, and hopefully it stays that way. So the first is obviously the gem shop, and basically where you pay real money to get gems. The important bit here is the item shop, I believe. You can get more gear slots, get Relic of All Knowledge, Book of Treasure, which is probably the best one. As you guys can see, this is only 100 gems each, so they're pretty easy to obtain. Not much grinding is needed, and I really like that. I really do. The Relic of All Knowledge is probably the more expensive one, but it is the cheaper. It's basically a trio of these buffs fold into one. So there's 300 and that's 250. That's basically what it is. But to me, Gil isn't actually that hard. You probably have a lot more Gil than you can use it, the Gil for. So if it were me, the Book of Treasure and the Book of Training is enough. So that's the item shop. Now I want to go pay attention to the actual gacha system, which is the draw info. In here you can check out the percentage of the chance, I suppose, for you to grabbing these items. So there are details on what the percentage of this is. So the values in parenthesis indicate the probability of attaining the gear in the +1 bonus of the multi-draw. So these are all 22.5% of coming out of if you do the multi-draw. So if you go multi-draw, this is actually like 2,500. So I'm gonna go and do that a little bit later. So there's an actual 22.5% chance that these items will drop in the +1 section of that multi-draw. So other ones, there's like 32% chance, 0.32% chance. So they're pretty low. So there's a higher chance to get 2 of Cloud's weapon, Crimson Edge, which is I believe a newer one, because I got the Ogre Nyx way back when. Actually got this Ogre Nyx as like a roll itself. It wasn't boosted or anything. To me, if you're gonna be going through like which weapons is better, usually if you hold and you tap and hold or click and hold or whatever, they have this certain affinity to them, and those characters get the boost. And honestly speaking, it's up to you which one you like better. There's definitely some pros and cons to the other abilities, but for the most part, they have this like special weapon. So I don't know if I can show you guys what it is. Oh, here we go. So here's one. So these Cloud weapons aren't special weapons for Cloud himself. I mean, they are, but they're not the most special weapon. If you know, because the most special weapon for your characters should have their character portrait next to the actual weapon. So as you guys can see, this is Ace's weapon as well. So it has the Cards of Destruction ability, it has burst boost and self buff for 4 turns max brave off, but the most special one for him is this academic deck, which means he's got the Suzaku style ability, his spiral combo brave boost plus turn rate as well. They're probably the better version. So this one's a 17 plus 17, 159. So the max brave is definitely a lot better, which is what a lot of more people want, because that means you can do more damage, you get broken less. But yeah, they're the weapons that come with the... Oh, looks like Squall's weapon is out of the question now. That's a little bit unfortunate. I actually wanted to get Squall's weapon again for this account just to show you guys, but drawing for these weapons isn't exactly the best weapon. They're not the best, but it is one of the best, but not the best. I hope that makes sense. So we're gonna go ahead and draw from here because it's actually just 2,500 for the first roll. So we're gonna go ahead and roll for the 10 plus 1, and we might get lucky. And again, these rolls aren't ideal. I usually would like to roll for items that are very special for that particular character. So we got a lot of 4 stars. That's nice. And we've got... I think this is Onion Knight's weapon. Yep. So not what I was looking for. I was actually looking for a cloud weapon, but that's fine. But we do get some of Vaughn, and we've got... Ooh, should I say Lise? Because that's the actual name. So we got Yuffie's, and we've got a Cloud armor, so that's not too bad. Cloud can use that. So we're gonna go ahead and try and roll for aces. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and do that. The reason why I'm rolling for this because I actually want to show you guys maybe if I have duplicates, and we can show you the weapons, how to upgrade and stuff. This is a very bad roll, I feel. That's a very bad roll. And we've got... What's this? Bart's weapon. So Knight's Soul. I don't think that was the best one for him. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not. It's a Choco Blade. We want the Mithril Sword. Oh, we didn't get Ace's weapon, but hey, we have... Actually, why not? We have enough gems to roll for it again. Doesn't matter. This is an alternate account. I just want to go ahead and do that. So we've got claws, a helm. You can tell you have a good roll. Like, you'll have a chance to get 2 5 stars if you're getting a lot of 4 stars very early on in the roll. So here's one of those times. Oh no, we didn't get it. We didn't get another 5 star, but we do get a shotgun, which is... Who is this? Vincent's. Oh my gosh, Vincent is a long way away. So we're not... I think Vincent's one of the last ones you unlock in the story mode. So again, we didn't get it, but you know, what can I do? What can I do? Okay, I'm trying not to make this video any longer than it should be. So now we're going to the enhanced part. We're gonna go through the weapon system in here. So as you guys can see, I have some, I suppose, duplicates. The enhancement system here is basically using identical weapons to upgrade that particular weapon. You can also do this with the armor system as well. It's the same thing. So if you have, like, for example, this, which is, what is it? Bart's, you can upgrade it as well. So go for a limit break. We're gonna sort this by rarity. We're gonna go for the limit break. So limit break basically will break 3 times, and once you max out the limit break system, once you use 3 of the same items to upgrade the same item, you will have 3 of these gems that or crystals, whatever you want to call it, jewels, I suppose. And then once you max out the level for that armor or weapon, basically you will get a 5 star. So if you use a 4-star, you'll upgrade to a 5-star. If you use a 3-star, you'll upgrade to a 4-star. And then it's just a rinse and repeat process. Now, starting off in the 2-star is probably a lot of work. And like I said, they are not the best of the best, but they certainly are enough for you to do endgame content with. Not saying they're, you know, really shit, because they're still better than an average 4-star or a 3-star. If you can upgrade a weapon all the way up, that's the idea. So we're gonna go ahead and break this, limit break this armor piece. As you guys can see, the level cap increases and the amount of CP it gives increases as well. Now, if you guys remember the World of Illusions that I mentioned in the last video I made, it's basically there are jewels that you can collect there, which is basically an accessory for your characters. And the same thing applies to them. They do give a passive ability, eventually a random one as well. So it's not always the same one, it's always random. And it essentially functions the same way. So right now, at the moment, it's not like we have anything to do in here. I mean, I don't have enough items to actually try it out, as you guys can see. But that is basically how the weapon system works. You upgrade the weapon to the best you can, and like I said, it's not always gonna be the best one, but you know, it's certainly something that you can do if you run out of gems. So it's a lot of grinding, but it is an option to start off from 2-star to 3 to 4 to 5. Personally, I feel like it's a lot of items you're investing into one particular item that's not really the best. I have done it on my Squall. I believe I got the uniform, and I got the uniform 4-star, and I got it multiple times, and I managed to get it to 5-star. And unfortunately, the ones that you get in the Lost chapter is still better because it gives a lot of more CP. And I mean, you know, I maxed it out, so the stats was better, but the ability that I got was, you know, pretty underwhelming. So the one in Lost chapter is still better. So anyway, guys, I think that's it for this video. Remember to click like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful at all. As always, I want to hear from you guys what you think. Did you find this video helpful? And if there's any more that you guys want me to cover, please let me know in the comments down below. Remember to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook as well, at Munchkins Gaming. This is Munchkins logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.